Guys, the game is started and we're gonna have a beautiful game on Turtle Rock as you can see it right now. It will be Cechi spawning as the light blue undead player here. On the right hand side, on the top side as well, on Turtle Rock, it is the Baby Rage. On the other side, his opponent, fairly unknown, or at least somebody that I cannot really... I don't know. I've never heard that name. It's Ochkar. Ochkar. He is the grey spawning human player, also starting with that fast build of the Altar of Kings, as we have seen it on the first map that was played by Firelord. So a lot of humans try to make that work, and we're gonna see how this will unfold. Today we're also gonna use the 60:9 widescreen format that is being brought to us by the beautiful client of W3 Arena. So we're gonna use that one and see wherever it takes us. Of course, we can see more of the screen, we can see more of the beautiful fights that we are going to have here on Turtle Rock. And the human player starts with an Archmage nonetheless. So it will be a normal kind of game that can be expected here from the human player. Archmage with the barracks follow-up. We're gonna see a second farm is coming in. The Acolyte Scout is already started here. He wants to see where his opponent is at. The trees are still covering the faces of the beautiful Acolyte going that way. He's still praying for his life that this is a good spawn for him. He wants to go on the journey. He's hovering over the ground here with his beautiful coat, whatever he's wearing. He even got a skull on his shirt. Do you see this? Isn't this a beautiful shirt with all the skulls here as you can see it? That's just a beautiful, the blue scarf that he got. Also a lot of skulls here on top of this, I don't know, cloak or whatever it is. Such a beautiful undead player. He's scouting for it. On the other side, Archmage is already out on the fields, now going for the first creep spot of the map. That's the first water elemental. Takes 5 militias with him and is now going for it. Sees what he can do. And we can see if he can gather all the experience here. So we're gonna go for the first creep spot. The Augur Warrior will be the first target of choice. He kills the Acolyte so that there's no risk that Cechi will steal any of the creeps, which is of course important. Now he's going for it. He wants to kill all the creeps before the DK makes his way. Speaking of the DK, he's already in the middle of the map, equipped with the Rod of Necromancy. He runs there as fast as he can, but he will not make it in time. So maybe the fast altar in the end is a pretty good one. Works pretty good for him here, and now he's going for it. He tries to kill the Archmage, or at least put some pressure on him. Rod immediately being casted, and now chasing the Archmage away. Do we have an Arcane Tower? Not there in time, and not upgraded at all. DK is still chasing the Archmage away. Can he go for a creep with a few militias as well as the water elemental? He wants to go for that. DK is driven away to the Archmage. The Archmage stands there for a second, is being blocked by the DK. Beautifully done there by Cechi. Wants to put some more pressure on that hero, but in the meantime, Ochkar is doing a really good job of creeping this year in the meantime and gathering himself the level 2. Can he kill the water elemental before Cechi goes for that one? Yep, 0 experience so far for the DK. He grabs the item, Metal of Intelligence goes to him. The second Rod of Necromancy is being used. We have the attack on their own skeleton. He denied the experience from the Archmage, which was kind of cute. But now he has to be careful. Archmage is already dropping kind of low. Gets another coil on that one. DK also drops down to 50% HP. Arcane Tower about to be done. The Archmage driven away here with all the aggression coming out of him fairly early. And we do have a 1 Ziggurat tier 2 tech. Already 50% done in teching. First Fiend about to come out, and the Frost Tower is also upgraded already. 3 ghouls are harvesting in all the important spot. Opening up here for the opportunity of a tier 2 building. Open up enough space here for the opportunity of a tier 2 building. So very well done by Cechi. His whole base layout is playing into his hands. Archmage here in the meantime wants to kill a few more skeletons, not expanding yet. Is he teching? Yes, he is teching. So he will probably go for somewhat of a rifleman strategy that we could already see on the first map, and that was played by Firelord. Not to the full extent, but at least he tried to make it work. Lumber Mill is coming, no blacksmith yet. We still have an opening here, you can still enter the main base. Arcane Bolt being started. DK on the chase of a few more units, wants to kill a few more. Beautifully creeping here in the meantime again, a little spot on Turtle Rock with the help of the Footmen is microing that one away in time. DK is too late to steal that one. But the item nonetheless goes to the DK again. Beautiful block by Ochkar, doing a fairly good job here in the early game. Let's see if he can transition this over to the later stages of the game. Cechi is still putting some pressure on the Archmage with the skeletons that are summoned. Turtles are hitting the DK, needs to be careful there, loses more and more HP. And yeah, Ochkar is already constructing a shop in his main base, so he will be able to heal himself up. The Fiend shots are not finishing that one. 2 HP are missing, but the skeletons are waiting for the kill. Beautifully aware and controlling his units to the fullest. Killing that one with the help of the skeleton. 3 Fiends are already on the map. Archmage still on the hunt here. Or not on the hunt, he's actually the target that the underplayer wants to kill. We have the slaughterhouse in a perfect spot down there. It's almost like impossible to cancel that. We also have the third ziggurat already. He's not taking to tier 3 yet. Gets the Lich out on the field. The footmen are cleaning off this spot. And now he should be able to heal up the footman, his archmage, and get some more units on the field. We do not have any units so far. He's not getting anything. We do not see a blacksmith. Usually you also want to construct the blacksmith if you go to tier 3. So is this either a tower rush? Or is this like a tier 2 expansion with ivory towers? I'm not so sure yet about this strategy. DK is still level 1 with barely any experience. Archmage, as I said, it is healing up with the footman. But I'm kind of curious what we can expect here. We do have a Mountain King coming. No upgrade for the woodworker, nor do we see an upgrade for the masonry. DK is still looking to find the human player. Cannot find him. Is probably now going for some creeping with the Lich here. Slaughterhouse is done, tier 3 tech is started, Rod of Necromancy is bought, 3 Fiends, 2 Heroes it is for the under player. Human player gets some time to creep. He couldn't find him and now he lets go of the human player, so this is pretty good for Ochkar. Maybe he can get himself into a beautiful situation here where he finds himself in like high level against low level of undead heroes. A pendant of energy for the Mountain King, a beautiful item, increases the mana pool by 150 mana. Mountain King is coming, we do have one Sanctum coming. But what kind of a strategy is that? At least a strategy that I'm not really familiar with. DK killed the green camp in front of his main base. And we see a skeleton coming here, like 120 is doing it, or 120. Sends that one out to spot the human player and his movement. Now can see where he crept and what he's doing. Tier 3 take is started. We see the skeleton running into there as well. So Cechi doing a really good job there of keeping tabs on everything. Finally we're gonna see the blacksmith as well. So it will be a tier 3 take kicking in for the human player. Pen of energy dropped on the other side as well. Gives that one to the DK, which is still full mana. 405 mana in total, is now going up to level 2. 420 mana with the Unholy Aura. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ochkar is now storming the underplayer's main base and runs for the Acolytes. Not sure how much he can really accomplish there. Second level 2 Water Elemental is summoned immediately, and now he wants to dive in. There is a Frost Tower. Cechi seems to be already there with the ghouls ready to block whatever is about to hit his Acolytes, but he's not even diving in. The distance would be too far anyway. I don't think that he could make it in time before the underplayer arrives. Put some pressure on the DK there, but the statue heals up all the units. I do not see a Fiend dying. So far we do not see any calls to save that one, and this is a poor fight for Ochkar. Maybe poor decision making kicking in at this point, or the more experienced player is doing this fairly easy with the frost armor being used here from the Lich, who is already level 2, with another coil keeping that Fiend alive. Can he save that one? In the end it doesn't look that way, but he's forcing a Town Pole and he saves the Fiend. Beautifully done by Cechi there, with the help of the statue, the frost armor and the DK, providing a few coils that are still level 1 to heal everything up. So this was pretty well handled by Cechi, and on the other hand, maybe not the best decision making from the human player. Finds himself now in a desperate situation with one footman and one priest. Not even sure why he's going for the priest. Of course they can heal up his units, but in the end they were fairly easy sniped with the Fiend shots and the Orb of Corruption that we can already see on the Lich. Cechi is creeping the big turtle camp now. Probably double level 3? Maybe not enough for the Lich though. In the meantime, Archmage is creeping over here with the Mountain King. Nope, not level Lich, not level 3 for both of the heroes. Destroyer upgrade should be researched. Yep, is lined up and is being researched right now. Footman dies to the creeps. Coil finishes that one. Nope, is not finishing that one. He wanted to steal that, but in the end it was not enough damage. Now the priest is here a little bit in a bad spot. Gets killed. Level 3 for the DK nonetheless. We do have Gyrocopters coming and Knights. Gyrocopter Knights and the Arcane Sanctum to get 2 priests that die immediately. Maybe there's some reasoning behind that why nobody ever used that strategy. Mountain King is about to die, buys himself a healing potion, stays alive for now. Militias are being called. Cechi in a wonderful spot there with the Dark Ranger's third that you always want to get against the tier 3 human player. Falling over to the Mountain King, he dies, keeps the Fiend alive. Dark Ranger with the silence first. I think the Dark Arrow would have been a little better in this situation now. Keeps the Fiend alive again. Cechi's not losing anything. Completely destroying the human player here in the later stage of the game. Beautiful block by the Dark Ranger. Web is being upgraded already. He kills that one with the coil, kills the gyrocopter as well. GG is being called, and Cechi advances to the next stage of the gyrocopter. Beautiful game by Cechi, really well played. But in the end, also not that impressive by his opponent, I have to say.